Greetings, Night City.
V, got a job for you. My client had a shitload of beta acid stolen. What's beta acid, you might wonder?
What is beta acid?
Fuck if I know. But it's worth a lot, and our client wants it back. That's where you come in. Iron at the ready. More info attached.
Alright, well, we'll do that later.
Guess I just gotta wait.
So anyway, welcome to another episode of Cyberpunk 2077. I'm Cobalt Thorium. This is the fourth time I'm doing the stupid quest. Okay, options are Bill Jablonski or Wakako Okada sent me.
Bill Jablonski.
Did Okada give you the details?
Yeah. Yep, supposed to kill someone, or she didn't go into detail.
My info's I'm supposed to off someone.
No, not just anyone. Joshua Stevenson, a fucking murderer. I'll tell you more inside. Get in. You're driving.
Yeah. So I'm getting really tired of this quest. It's a terrible quest. It's like one of the worst quests in the game so far. But I want to get it off my plate.
We're supposed to pass down this street. We just sit tight till they show up and follow them. I want to see the light in that motherfucker's eyes go out.
Whoa. Why?
So he can smell his own fear before he dies.
Alright.
Want him dead? Why, exactly?
That's not your concern.
Rather know what I'm getting into.
Stevenson murdered my wife. They convicted him, put him on death row. But the slime bag found a get-out-of-jail-free card. Over my dead fucking body.
Wait, Stevenson won't be alone? Could have prepared better knowing that.
No one else needs to die today, only him.
Who's his entourage? They gonna be packing?
Ordinary people. Once we scare them, let them know we're serious, they won't lift a finger.
How do you define ordinary?
Corpo rats who got him out of the can. They'd sell their own mothers to save their own skins. Just don't fire at them.
Alright, so options are nothing to do but wait then, or plan sounds half-baked, but that's a skill-based thing, so we're going with that.
Plan sounds half-baked. Honestly, don't like it.
What's that supposed to mean?
First up, don't execute in public. Don't need an audience. Second, they could get away.
You don't get it. I spent my life savings on this. That's them! Step on it!
Jesus Christ.
Alright, so here we go. This is an interesting little chase where... Oh, come on. Get out of the way. Interesting little chase where cars just come out of everywhere and try and hit you. Oh boy, that's not so good for that guy. You know, I don't care at this point. It's the fourth time I've done this. Maybe I can ram them. So yeah, this quest has a particular lack of agency that really bugs me. I mean, what is even the point? There's that weird lighting effect where all of a sudden it just turns into daylight, too. I don't know why that happens.
Fuck!
But yeah, you have an extreme lack of agency in this particular mission, where, I mean, I hate to spoil it for you, but, okay, first off, the guy is trying to avenge his wife, who was murdered by this guy, who was then put on death row, and now he's getting off. You can understand his frustration and his anger.
Stop the damn car!
He seems like the good guy.
Break!
And yet...
This is it. Let's go.
When we get out, we're not going to really have a choice. He gets offed in one shot, and no matter what you do to try and save him, it doesn't seem to do anything. And yet, there's nothing you can really do about it. I'd like to save here, and try a couple different options. But guess what? It doesn't let you. It actually denies you the ability to roll back as you try to come up with options that you're comfortable with. Now, when I come up to this car, what's going to happen is I'm either going to be able to get in the way and take the bullet for this guy, in which case I still think he probably dies, but this cop does an unbelievable amount of damage. There's no way you can survive a fight with him, and I think that that's because you're not supposed to. But yeah, there's no way to roll back. And the only options are to not take... The murderer comes out and basically gives you a quest. Now, there's no indication that this guy is a good guy. I mean, they make him sort of soft-spoken and nice, like that's supposed to mean anything. But right now, my character, my V, thinks that this guy is a murderer who is convicted and is sentenced to death in Night City. Now, this is a pretty awful crime-ridden place. What do you need to do, like to a corpse or to a woman who you turn into a corpse, to justify the death penalty in Night City? I mean, think about that. He would have had to like torture her to death, or like kidnap her and like starve her to death in a trunk of a car or something like that. It's like you would have to do something pretty extreme. So I'm coming into this thinking that this is a bad dude. And then there only seems to be one option. You get out, the cop pops the guy that we kind of assume is the good guy, although, I mean, admittedly, he's angry. And then we talk nicely to this convicted murderer, and all of the information, all of it, up to this point, has indicated that we should be putting a bullet into this guy. And yet, it doesn't let you. It's awful. CD Projekt Red, this mission is pure garbage. It would be difficult to make it worse. Anyway, let's go do it.
I'm gonna do
after
it.
that rant.
I'm gonna fucking kill him!
Alright, so you might have noticed that we're back in the exact same place again. I have continued to do this stupid chase about 12 times now, because you can't save, and it's just unbelievably stupid the way that they did this. Whoever did this, whoever made it so that you can't save here, is a moron. Like should not be working on games. Get out of the industry. You're no good at it. Yeah, this is incredibly frustrating, because you have to make a decision here, and they don't tell you anything. And so that forces the player to go back and do the exact same thing over and over and over and over, to look at all of the different paths, because you're not given enough agency to actually make decisions when you get information. So I've tried this. Well, like I said, I've gone through it, and I've decided that I do not want to do this quest. I do not want to do it. So I had to go back. I've spent hours at this point looking at the different paths. And once you accept even part of this quest that's coming up, you can't get out of it without it coming up as a failure in your quest log. And our quest log right now is pristine. We have no failures. We have open quests and we have completed quests. We have no failures, and I want to keep it that way. But I don't actually want to do the quests. So what happens with this is that there's a killer who did a whole bunch of crimes, finally got caught, had a redemption, found God, basically, went and started to meet up with a bunch of his victims' families, trying to get forgiveness, I guess. Some of them didn't want that, but basically what he's doing is he's recording his emotions before his execution, so that he can make a BD of his, I don't know, his feeling of repentance. I don't want to inflict that on the world. I don't want to help him with this. I think it's sick and deranged, because basically this is like it's narcissistic. It's selfish. He's going to use it as a weapon against the families of the victims who decided not to grant him forgiveness. Like, oh, how do you feel now that you know my pain? It's like, dude, you killed their family members. Who cares what you think? Who cares what you feel? I just... Yeah.
NCPD! Stop right there!
So what's going to happen is that they're going to ice
Lieutenant
this guy.
Vasquez, NCPD!
Another,
Stop right there!
another corpse
You're
on this
protecting
guy's
a murderer!
conscience,
Drop
in
it
my
or I
opinion.
shoot! Wait! No, stop! Stop the killing!
Yeah.
They're here
Shut
to
up.
kill you! It's not their fault. Shoot the girl, and our deal is dead.
Vasquez! Shoot!
Right! Let's just all shoot holes in each other.
Crying out loud. Fuck! We can't leave her here. Media vultures will be here any minute.
The fuck are you doing? Stop!
I'm not helping you.
NCPD! Stay where you are! And get that goddamn semi out of here! We take her with us.
What?
I'm not going anywhere.
No thanks.
Olga, we've got
Just
a
be on my
situation.
way now.
Somebody just
Please?
tried to drop our star.
I need you.
That psycho's out hiring professionals.
Really?
It was
No.
only a matter of time.
Answer's no.
Gregor,
Now can we
busted
go?
an attempted hit on my guy. Yeah,
Such a shame.
one cash.
You're ashamed.
Bill Jablonski. No priors, but run a deep sweep just to be sure. Thanks, I owe you. No patrol car, and stay off the frequencies too.
All right, are we
Can't
done
have
here?
this coming back.
Are we done?
This, what a fucking mess.
Yeah, and I hope you get in trouble for it. He was a fine
Fucking
guy.
innocent.
He was just
We're
fine.
clear to go. Boys from the precinct will mop up here.
Get out of here. Go. 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 Alright, job complete. And we won't get the other job, I hope. Yeah, goodbye. Alright. Dear Miss Fee, I believe I have discovered the cause of my technical difficulties. Each Delmain vehicle is equipped with a simplified AI core that is responsible for the vehicle's autonomy in critical situations. When contact with the core has been ruptured... Wait. In critical... Okay. Is responsible for the vehicle's autonomy in critical situations when contact with the core has been ruptured. If my assessment is correct, the AI cores have seceded from the Delmain network and gone rogue, so to speak. I'm still attempting to work it out now. Haven't I already done this? You mean your cars are sentient, I guess? Apologies, it seems my exploration was more than a little incoherent. I'm pretty sure I've read this already. Given the complexity of this situation, allow me to use a metaphor. Imagine a human organ deprived of vital resources, which then causes it to grow larger and form an overcompensation. Such as cardiomegaly. Sounds like enlargement of the heart. However, unfortunately, however, I am dealing with a sickness, not with evolution. Do you know what might have caused this? What? Why is this like this? The order is all screwed up. Okay, I believe that it's supposed to go like this. Another bug in the long list of bugs. I believe that he's responding when I say, what do you think could have caused this? Indeed, that is the question. At first, I suspected that the software's increasing complexity and desire to become autonomous resulted in the vehicles to become ipso facto autonomous. Why would they desire to become autonomous? They don't have any desire if they're not autonomous. And they don't have, like, free will. Why would they desire anything? Anyway, and actually, as a software engineer, I can attest that this is not correct. Sentience does not result just from increasing complexity. This is something that was pushed by science fiction. I think it actually came from Orson Scott Card's Speaker for the Dead, I think, where the internet basically generates a conscious digital organism. Yeah, that can actually happen, so sorry. Right, so anyway, nevertheless, I cannot rule out a virus, for what are the chances that all vehicles would become afflicted simultaneously? I am in the process of analyzing a glitch observed just before contact was severed with the vehicles. Perhaps that is where the answer lies. And I'm saying good stuff. Let me know what else happens. No reply. Okay. Well, I suppose something is going to happen eventually with apostrophe or a post, whatever. That other quest. Get some baddies over there. They seem to be mixed in with goodies, though, so I'm not going to mess with them. Anyway, I think that'll probably wrap up this episode because I've spent way too long on it, exploring all those different paths. I didn't really want to record them all because I was going to roll them back until I decided what I was going to do. So, but yeah, it took a bazillion years to get to this point where I just decided I didn't want the quest at all. So, I guess that's the end. Thank goodness. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry about completely freaking out, but it was just the illusion of choice in this game is really infuriating. You either have to go one way or the other. You can't do this. Especially with these moral choices, you really have to make it so that the player can choose and influence the world. And if you can't do that, maybe you don't have a game with moral choices, because otherwise you're forcing people to do stuff that their character or they as a person are opposed to, and that just doesn't make sense. So yeah, anyway, I think that'll wrap up this episode here. Thank you very much for joining me. If you like this, please leave me a like, maybe a comment. Let me know what you think of this horrible quest. Maybe you don't think it's horrible, but I do. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.